There we go.
There we go. Hey, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cake and Conversation with the Paul Pratt Library. I'm Kristen, one of the librarians here. Happy 2022. This is the first Cake and Conversation of the new year. And I have an easy one for myself. My special guest is Michael Roderick. And Michael, for all of you regular library users, you'll recognize as one of the new faces at the library at the circulation desk. And I strong-armed him into being my guest this month because I find him just a real delight. He's a lot of fun to work with. So welcome, Michael.
Thank you so much. You didn't have to strong on me that much to be on here. It's a pleasure.
Because he knows my secrets. He knows the mischief I get into at the library. So take a look, Michael. So I just thought people might be interested in learning a little bit about you. If you could just tell us about yourself, where you grew up and everything.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm from East Bridgewater, Massachusetts, so not too far away from Cohasset. Ran against you guys in high school, had a little bit of a rivalry there. And then for college, I went off to UNH, and I just graduated there from this past May. Yeah.
Wow. So you spent your last year, was it remote? Did you have a remote graduation and everything?
Yeah, so my spring semester junior year is when COVID started, and we went remote for the rest of the spring semester. And then we came back on campus to do the fall and spring semester of my senior year, but pretty much all my classes were remote. I think I only had one in-person class.
But you were allowed to be on campus, so you could have the social aspect of it. That's nice. Nice. Big man on campus senior year. That's always fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did you major in?
I majored in political science and environmental conservation. A little bit of a mouthful, but
Wow. And what are your hopes to do with that degree?
that's always a question.
I know, I hated that. I was an English major though, so it's a little easier.
Yeah. My original hope was like, oh, I'll go into environmental advocacy or like environmental policy analyst, like that sort of thing. And that's throughout college, that's sort of what my internships and everything was focusing on. And then one thing led to another, and now I love library work. So.
Real okay. How did you discover that you like library work?
Yeah, so in college, I have a really good friend who works at the UNH library and has worked there since his freshman year. And I think it was sophomore year. Yeah, end of sophomore year, I think. He was like, they're hiring at the library if you're looking for a new on-campus job, because at the time I was working in the phonathon, asking people to donate money
Oh
to.
yeah, I did that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
not a great job.
no. Humbling.
Yes, yes. And so I was looking for a new job on campus, and he's like, the research center at the UNH Diamond Library is hiring, and you should apply because I think you would be a great fit for it. And so I did, and working there for 2 years, I absolutely loved library work. My focus was on helping graduate students, undergrad students, professors with research, whether that be finding primary documents, connecting them to one of our department librarians who specializes in a certain field, or if it was just like scouring information to answer a question they have about, is this the correct data I'm finding, yes or no? And I absolutely loved it. I loved everything about it. So
there is a challenge to doing work research like that, which is, you're sort of almost playing detective,
yeah.
and it's quite enjoyable. One of my first jobs was I had a short internship in a law library, and I really thought I wanted to go into law librarianship because I just love that, going through the old, Massachusetts state laws and the old case books and stuff. It was really fun. But one thing leads to another, as you know.
Yep.
So in college, they use the Library of Congress cataloging system.
Yes.
Have you gotten proficient? Do you feel proficient in Dewey?
I feel pretty proficient in Dewey. I mean, the whole fiction section is pretty easy. It's just the
Yeah,
author's name. But the whole layout of like the nonfiction section still throws me for a loop a little
me
bit.
too. And I do the cataloging here. And because my first real library job was at Newbury College, and that was all Library of Congress, and that's what I learned.
Yeah.
And that was easy. It was so easy to hone in on what you, so much easier. And Dewey, it's like math, and I'm terrible at math. And it's a challenge. It can
It
be.
it is. And it's like with Library of Congress, everything is like put together that you're trying to find. Dewey, like you have
Mhm.
some American history in the 900s and
Yep.
then some down in the 300s. Like it's
Yep. It's, yeah, it's so arbitrary, isn't it? Yeah, I know. And so now you're in Cohasset,
yes.
and you must find it different from working in a university library.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty different. The UNH Diamond Library was also, we had public cards we could give out to members of the public. So we would have members of the
Oh,
public come in every now and then, but primarily we were dealing with students and answering like research questions.
mhm.
We didn't get many of like, what's a book recommendation type thing, or can you help me find like this book? Or it was more of like, I need this specific data. So it was very like focused in types of work. Here it's a lot more pleasantries, like getting to know people, like
Yeah.
a lot more easygoing and kinder.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's nice to hear. And you're exposed to like a wide range of ages too. And
Yes. Yeah.
and I have to say, Michael is excellent with kids because you're the oldest of how many?
I am the oldest of seven. Let me make sure I have that right. Before I just um yep, seven.
And
Yeah.
your youngest is how old?
The
You said,
youngest just turned 2 back in September.
well,
So
that's so, he's great. If you're a parent looking for a recommendation, anywhere from 2 to, what are you, 23? 22
yep.
to, yeah, he's got you covered. Yeah, so he's excellent.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Michael, thank you so much.
yeah,
You're just, like I said, he's a delight. Anybody who comes in the library, just stop by, say hi to Michael. He's right there, always ready to chat. He's got the best giggle. I love the giggle.
thank you.
Not to make you self-conscious or anything, but no, you do. You have the best giggle.
Thank
So
you.
that's it for this month, and have a happy January, everyone. And I will see you next month. Bye.
Bye.